Welcome everybody, this is Phil Beckwith, the professional painter and decorator, and this video is nothing to do with painting and decorating today. This is a little bit of an unusual one. I've had a car that's been imported from Japan. It needs a little bit of TLC and I'm down at my detailer in a secret location in Nottingham. This is Dom's Detailing. There will be a link in the description below if you want a little bit more information about that. But this car that I've had imported from Japan, it is 10 years old. It has had a life over in Japan before it's come to the UK, and before we actually get it into the weather of the UK, i.e. salty gritty roads and all the likes of our weather, I'm going to get it fully detailed professionally. So that's what this video is all about. People who are interested in car detailing are going to be watching this, and anybody who isn't interested in car detailing will skip to the next video, which might be about painting the ceiling. So what we're going to be doing is just showing you the car as it is now, in the state it is, and then when I come back in a couple of days we will have a close look at what the actual car looks like after it's had its 5-year coating protection of ceramic or whatever they do to it. I can't even say doo-doo juice because I think that's something of about 25 years ago. We have moved on from the doo-doo juicers and the can you still get doo-doo juice?
I don't think so.
Was it doo-doo juice? And the Mer polishers, which were brilliant in the day, which you could set fire to your bonnet, but you did have a powder residue left over everything else of your car. So I'm going to swivel the camera around. I'm starting to waffle, and we'll have a quick look at what the state of the car is. It's a little bit dirty and it'll look like a brand new one when we've finished. Right, here we are. Anybody that knows about cars, this is actually a Subaru Forester. It is a 2015. Now this model is actually a TS, which is the new version of the STI. So we have a vehicle here which can actually shift. We will say roughly about 280 brake horsepower. That is running on the octane fuels that they have over in Japan. So we'll probably be looking around about that 270-ish brake horsepower. So this is a little bit of a wolf in sheep's clothing, or is the saying a sheep in wolf's coat? A wolf in sheep's clothing. This is what you take your kids to school in, and nobody knows that you can actually put your foot down and get 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. Yes, and we have also got 4-wheel drive. So let's have a little bit of a closer look at it. You will see we've got the just usual dirt from driving around. The car is quite clean because it has come from Japan, and my importer did give it a little bit of a clean before I picked it up a few weeks ago. But I'm expecting miracles by the time I pick this up in a couple of days' time. We've got a twin exhaust, we've got all nice STI parts on this. I'll say a little bit special. You get the idea. We'll do a full video of the car at a later date once it's all cleaned, and I will actually go into a little bit more specification. But for now, this is where we are. So I'm inside the let's call it a man cave. There's some nice motors in here, a load of car polish. It smells beautiful. We've got some lovely lights that obviously give the perfect conditions for lighting, for polishing your car. And here's the main man, Don. Hello. Do you want to just tell us what we're going to be doing to my little, I'll say pocket rocket, my Porsche on a budget, shall we say?
Yeah, absolutely. It's getting sort of the full works really. Obviously it's in really clean condition as you've just seen it. But it's going to get a full exterior detail. So we're going to clean obviously the wheels, arches, tyres. We're going to decontaminate the paint, including your clay bar, your chemical decontamination. We're then going to carry out a single stage machine polish just to get rid of as many swirls as we can in a single stage, and then we're going to coat that with a 5-year ceramic coating, and that's just going to protect the car for for the years to come, making it a doddle to clean and just making it look great every time.
So you heard it here first. I will not need to clean this car in the next 5 years once it's been done. So yeah, let's leave Don to it. Let him work his magic over the next couple of days, and I will see you back here when I pick it up at the end of the week, and we will see what it's actually like when it's all finished. Thank you very much. See you later. Right, good morning everybody. This is Phil and we're down at Dom's Detailing and I'm coming to pick the car up now. We've just blended out and blended back in again, and that was about 3-4 days ago. Now I'm here first thing in the morning to collect the car, and you can just see it behind me here. I'm going to swivel the camera around and we'll have a close-up look at what the car actually looks like. I know when you watched it a few seconds ago, which is obviously a few days ago, you probably say, oh, it looked clean anyway. Yeah, this is now clean on another level. So let's swivel around and let's have a close look at what this car actually looks like. We're coming in close. I'll speak to Dom in a minute about what he's done, but I'm going to show you down here. We are filming in 4K. The paintwork has come up fantastic. Bear in mind, this is a 10-year-old car. This is actually a 2015 Subaru Forester STI stroke TS. You can see that there. And I believe this is the only one in the country at this moment in time. There's 300 of these that were produced for the Japanese domestic market, the JDM. And as far as I'm aware, I'm the first one to bring one of these over into the UK on a 2015 plate. But you can see the shine. We've got the lights of the detailing bay in here that are picking up the gloss paintwork, which look fantastic. Let's press the button and have a look at the boot area. We've had all the inside cleaned as well. Don't just love a power boot lift. If you can see this, it smells fantastic. We've had the full works done. We've had the deep clean on the inside. We've had the 5-year ceramic coat on the outside. Everything's been cleaned as you'd imagine when you're having it done. It's a specialist detailer. Look at this. Really, really pleased. Got leather seats. We've got the suede anchored tar or whatever you call it, fabric. On the door panels and on the centre seats. You can tell this is a bit special when you've got your seats with the red trim on it, and it does say STI already stitched in. We're coming round. This is a Japanese radio that doesn't work in the UK other than Radio 2, but it all looks really, really clean. Just quickly look in the engine bay and then we'll talk to the main man and he can explain what's been done. Clean and shiny. Right, I think you can pick up me on the microphone, but we're with Dom now and
Testing.
he's just gonna you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
We're just going to talk through what is actually done and the process on the car.
Yeah.
That'll be a lot easier than me trying to explain it. I've just shown you what it looks like in a layman's terms of the painter and decorator, but Dom's the main man who can actually tell us all about it. So over to you.
Yeah. So obviously it was, like I say, a pretty clean car anyway. But obviously we fully prepped the car, ready for the machine polishing phase and stage. So obviously we start off with the wheels, arches, tyres, get them all cleaned and prepped. We then move on to the body, so we pre-wash the car using citrus cleaners, snow foams, rinse all that off, going for a contact wash. We then use chemicals to remove any sort of tar, so you usually get tar spots at the lower end of the car. So we use tar and glue remover to remove all that, and then fallout remover to remove as much embedded fallout as we can that's on the paintwork. That's just obviously from brake dust and environmental fallout. And then we go ahead and use a clay bar to remove the car, all the contamination that's left from any chemicals and stuff like that that's on the paint. So then that gives us a super clean surface to work on while we're polishing. And then we just use a nice soft pad and a decent compound to remove as many swirls as we can using a single stage polish. This is obviously used with a machine polisher. So obviously we go around the whole car, machining every nook and cranny that we can get to, including sort of the headlights, stuff like that. And then we go on to the ceramic coating. So obviously it gets full IPA wipe down. We then ceramic coat the car pretty much top to bottom. Comes in a little glass bottle, you've probably seen them, and that bonds. It's a resin, it's a ceramic resin, so it bonds to the paintwork. So like your waxes and stuff like that will sit on top of the paint, whereas a ceramic will actually bond to it, and this is where you get the durability and the performance of the ceramic coating. And this basically makes it so much easier to clean. After every single wash, it will look like this. It will obviously protect the paint from UV damage, and obviously it gives that swirl resistance as well. As you know, these paints are super soft, so it gives that barrier. So when you are washing it, it'll give that swirl resistance there. Obviously the engine bay, we didn't want to go blasting any water into that, because obviously there is quite a few exposed belts, alternators, stuff like that. So we just dry clean that using cleaners, cloths, brushes, stuff like that to get it all nice. And then we've gone on to the interior, which is just a full interior deep clean. So we've steam cleaned all the mats, the seats, the carpets. There you are. So steam clean all the mats, the seats, the carpets, clean all the dashboard. Just a nice factory finish in there, as you should expect from a detailer. No dressings or anything applied, as we don't like any sticky sort of silicone or anything like that. So it's just a nice factory fresh finish in there. But yeah, it's just sort of the full works and the shebang really. It's
So as I said, I don't need to do anything to this, and the protection coating is a 5-year coating.
It is, yeah.
Does it start to deteriorate after a few years? Will you know that it's starting to break down?
Yeah, so obviously.
Come back and have it redone.
Yeah, so basically what we always say is that sort of after, depending on how much you drive it, obviously this isn't a daily driver, so usually we tell people every sort of 6 months you're probably best getting booked in for a decontamination wash, which again we just use chemicals to free up the pores of the coating, because obviously your fallout, your tar and glue it will build up on the car. So we use chemicals to remove that and free up the coating to get it nice and working again. You might notice, like I say, after a year or so, sort of on your lower halves, when your fallout and your tar does start building up, the coating's not beading as nicely as it should. It will just sort of be slowing down and sheeting. So that's probably when it's due for a coating decontamination wash. But I'll show you the coating working on camera as well before I show Phil this. But it just gives, you can see how slick the coating is itself anyway. And then when we just put anything water on it or anything like that, obviously you can see any dirt, water, contamination is just going to really struggle to stick onto that surface. So just give it a nice,
it's beautiful
beading effect.
And is that on the glass as well?
It's not on the glass, unfortunately. It's just on the paintwork. Yeah, I'm going to say the wheels, like I say, they've been pitted and stuff like that. So it's again, without fully refurbishing them and stuff, it's sort of
and as we said
not
earlier,
really worth getting it done.
It is 10 years old, so
this is
it. Some imperfections on some of the alloys and things like that. But
yeah, but overall they are in really good condition, to be fair. So it's it has been really looked after. Obviously, it's a low mileage car as well, which has helped.
Yeah.
But
one owner from new.
And one owner from new.
Yeah, now I'm the first owner in the UK, so second owner altogether. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. Do you want to just give yourself a plug?
Yeah.
Again for who you are, and I'll do a link in the description below anyway.
Yeah,
so anyone
perfect.
can click.
Yeah, so I'm Dom's Detailing. We're based in Nottingham, Sherwood in Nottingham. My Instagram is doms.detailing.uk. My Facebook's doms.detailing, TikTok doms.detailing, so you'll be able to find us on there. There's also Demon Car Detailing that's we're partnered, and we do all our jobs together as well. So yeah, link will be in the description if you want to get booked in. Either drop me a text or on any of my social medias. You're welcome to post my phone number on the YouTube video as well if you want. But just contact me through there or my website, doms.detailing.co.uk. And yeah, you can get booked in for a service like this if you've got a car that needs some love.
Good. Thank you very much.
No problem.
And let's leave it there. Please watch the videos at the end to all my other followers. But this is a little bit of a different video from my usual YouTube channel. But I think it's of interest to some and maybe not others. But we'll see you on the next one.